To this tutorial on getting started with the BackPaddock mobile app. I'm going to be taking you through how to download and install BackPaddock Mobile, how to create trading names, farms, and paddocks, and how to create your first recommendation. We're going to start by opening up the App Store and then going across to the search function in the bottom right. And then from here, I'm going to search for BackPaddock Mobile HD. The first option that comes up should be this one, BackPaddock Mobile HD. And if this is the first time that you're installing the app, the button will say Get, or if you've installed it before, you'll have this little cloud icon that you need to touch to download the app. Once the app is installed, you can touch Open and then Allow Notifications. And then swipe through these introductory screens until you get to this one with the Start button. Touch that one. From here, you'll need to accept the license agreement. And then you'll land on the home page of the mobile app. The first thing you'll need to do from here is sign in. And to do that, you would touch the settings icon in the top right with the 3 lines and then touch sign in. You'll need to enter the credentials that have been emailed to you when you first subscribed to BackPaddock. If you don't have any credentials or you have some questions about subscription, please contact us on the help desk. Once you've entered your credentials, just touch OK. And now you're signed in and ready to start creating some trading names. So to create my first trading name, I'm going to touch Advisor Mobile. And then I'm going to touch Edit in the top right. That will then allow me to touch Add Trading Name. And I need to enter the name of my file. Once I've done that, I'll touch Done in the top right. And then there are some required client file option contact details that I need to enter. So I'm going to need a name, a state, and a postcode. All of the other fields are optional, but you can fill in as many as you'd like. Once I'm happy with that, I'll touch Done. And then Done again if I'm happy with the trading name. And from here, I can continue adding more trading names or touch Done to start adding farms and paddocks. I'm now going to touch on my new trading name to enter it, and then touch Edit to add a new farm. I touch Add Farm and enter the name of the farm, and then touch Done. I can continue adding farms or touch Done to add a paddock. I'm going to touch the name of this farm to enter it, and then touch Edit, and then Add Paddock. I'm going to enter the name of my paddock, and I'm going to enter the area, but if you'd prefer, you could let the app calculate the area when you map your paddock later on, so you could leave that blank. Once I'm happy with the name and area, I'm going to touch Done. And then I could continue adding paddocks or touch Done if I'm finished. I've now successfully set up my first trading name, farm, and paddock, and I'm ready to create a recommendation for this file. So to do that, I'm going to head across to the Recommendation tab up the top, and then touch Add in the top left. I can edit the job number, advice type, or remarks if I'd like to, or touch Done. And from here, I can choose the kind of recommendation that I'd like to create. Today, I'm going to be creating a crop protection recommendation, so I'm going to touch Crop Protection. And the first thing that I need to do in the creation screen is set the target paddocks that my recommendation applies to. So I'm going to touch in the Set Target Paddocks box. And here you can see I've got the paddock available that I created earlier, so I'll touch that one to select it, and then touch Done. And as you can see, there's a variety of fields here for information that I can include in my recommendation. I'm going to select a crop type for this recommendation because I don't have a plan for this paddock yet. If I had a plan entered for the paddock, the crop type would populate automatically. I'm also going to add a product by touching in the optional box underneath product. And I can adjust the rate for that product by touching on the rate and then using my keyboard. From here, I can enter any additional information that I'd like to, including application methods, timing, and comments down the bottom. Once I'm happy with the recommendation, I'm going to touch back up the top. And from here, I can add an additional mix or an additional recommendation type into this recommendation, but I'm pretty happy with it the way it is. So I'm going to touch back again in the top left. And here you can see my recommendation's been created. To send that through to a client, I would touch on it to open and then go to View Report. And then I can touch the Send option. That will allow me to email this recommendation directly off to my client. So I'm just going to touch the Send icon in the top left, top right. And I've now sent that recommendation as an email. Once I've finished using a client file, it's important to remember to sync the client file so that all of the data you've created is backed up on Cornerpost and is available for you to use in your other back paddock applications. So to do that, I'm going to touch the settings icon in the top left with the 3 lines, and then touch Sync Open File Now. Once that sync is complete, I'm ready to move on to creating more trading names or creating more recommendations.